Good morning, students. Students, today we will discuss an interesting topic, total internal reflection. You have studied about refraction and reflection of light in chapter number 10. And before starting today's topic, let us recapitulate what we have studied. And today's agenda will go like this. First, we will recapitulate. Then we will discuss about total internal reflection, then critical angle. Then we will understand total internal reflection with help of an animation. Then we will assess what we have learned today. In the last, we will summarize today's topic and homework for you. So let's begin with the definition of reflection. As the figure here depicts, an incident ray, a reflected ray, and perpendicular to a surface which is also known as normal, and the surface is reflecting one. So when the incident ray bounces back into the same medium after striking a reflecting surface, this is known as reflection. Incident ray makes an angle with normal, here θ1. It is also known as angle of incidence. θ2 is angle of reflection which reflected ray makes with normal. Both are equal. Now, you remember laws of reflection. The first law of reflection states that incident ray, normal ray, and reflected ray. Incident ray, normal, and reflected ray, all three lies in the same plane. And second law of reflection, yes, incident angle is equal to angle of reflection. Coming on to refraction, when there are two transparent mediums, but one is rarer and other is denser, and light travels differently in two different mediums with different speed. So here the figure depicts a light ray entering from a rarer medium to a denser medium. At the point of incidence there is a normal, there is angle of incidence I, angle of refraction R. So refraction states that when a light enters from a rarer medium to a denser medium, it bends towards the normal, it changes its path. In denser medium, light ray travels slower as compared to rarer medium. And what happens when light ray travels from denser medium to rarer medium? Obviously, it will change its path and it will move away from the normal. So, laws of refraction. The first law of refraction says that the angle of incidence, the normal, and the refracted ray all lie on the same plane. And second law states that the ratio of the sine of the incidence angle and sine of the refracted angle is always constant for a given pair of medium. It is also known as Snell's law. So here these reflection and refraction terms will be taken into consideration. So coming on to total internal reflection. Total internal reflection states that complete reflection of a ray of light within a medium such as water, glass, from the surrounding surface back into the medium. एक रे ऑफ लाइट डेंसर मीडियम से रेयर मीडियम में जाए, एक मीडियम से दूसरे मीडियम में जाए तो उसका पाथ चेंज हो जाता है. लेकिन टोटल इंटरनल रिफ्लेक्शन ये कहता है कि दोनों ट्रांसपेरेंट मीडियम्स का जो जंक्शन है वहाँ से लाइट स्ट्राइक करके रिफ्रैक्शन होने की बजाय रिफ्लेक्शन हो जाए, और जब ये पूरी लाइट वापस स्ट्राइक करके इंसिडेंट पॉइंट से वापस उसी मीडियम में आ जाए तो उसे कहेंगे टोटल इंटरनल रिफ्लेक्शन. एंड दिस फिनोमेना अकर्स इफ द एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस इज ग्रेटर देन द certain limiting angle, and this limiting angle is called critical angle. First, you will have a look on the picture. This figure states that there are two mediums, the medium N2 and medium N1 respectively, having their refractive indices. Now, when a ray of light is projected with 0 degree angle to the normal, that is on the normal, it travels straight path. But if it makes an angle with the normal, as you can see in ray 2, it makes an incidence angle theta 1, and it will be refracted in the other medium, and refracted angle will be theta 2. As we further move on in ray 3, theta c is denoted by critical angle. As you can say, the refracted ray is now parallel to the line joining the two mediums, and when the incidence angle increases the value of theta c, that is critical angle, the phenomena of total internal reflection takes place. First of all, what is critical angle? Critical angle, represented by theta c, is that angle between the incident ray and normal when the refracted ray makes an angle of 90 degree with the normal. At this point, the angle of incidence will be known as critical angle. The total internal reflection takes place at the boundary between the two transparent media. When a ray of light in a medium of higher index of refraction approaches the other medium at an angle of incidence greater than critical angle. Let me tell you, for water-air combination, the critical angle is 48.5 degree, and for glass-air surface, the critical angle is 42 degree. At all angles less than critical angle, both refraction and reflection occurs in varying proportions. Let us understand this with help of an animation. Here you can see an incident ray coming from a optically rarer medium to a denser medium. What will happen? It will change its path. But what will happen when it will again come into the rarer medium? Yes, it will change its path and bend away from the normal, as you can see. Here the incident light is back, moving further from the normal. Now if you take a semicircular glass and project a light, when you project a light from the normal, it goes on. But what happens when you project the light at an angle? A refraction takes place and a reflection takes place. This is angle of incidence. Now it makes some refracting angle, angle of refraction, angle of incidence, and there is another angle which is this shaded line, this shaded reflection makes, and this angle is equal to the angle of incidence. This is the angle of reflection. As you move further, the incidence angle, the angle of refraction goes on increasing and increasing, as you can see in the figure, and there will be a point where this refracted ray becomes parallel to the junction of two media. This is known as angle of refraction, making 90 degree with normal, and this angle is known as critical angle, and this ray will graze on the surface of two media known as grazing ray. As you further increase the incidence angle, the total internal reflection takes place. Now, what are the examples you observe in daily life of this? If a body is in underwater reflection of an object can be total internal reflection. Mirage in the deserts is the image of some distant object that appears. A diver into the water, when a diver is in the water, a diver that looks like water above his head as a mirror. And most important is rainbow. In rainbow, there is also a total internal reflection. Now, let us assess what we have studied today. How rainbow is formed. Yes, you all know. The raindrops will act as small prism. Question number 2. When the ray of light enters from denser medium to rarer medium, in which direction it bends? Question number 3. What is the critical angle for the light when the ray travels from glass to air? And what is it angle when ray travels from water to air? Let's summarize today's topic. Total internal reflection states that complete reflection of a ray of light within a medium such as water or glass from the surrounding surface back into the same medium. The phenomena occurs if the angle of incidence is greater than a certain limiting angle called critical angle. Critical angle is represented by theta c, is that angle between incident ray and normal when the refracted ray makes an angle of 90 degree with the normal. For glass air surface, this critical angle is 42, and for water air surface, this critical angle is 48.5 degrees. And in the last, there is homework for you. You have to solve assignment number 8. Thank you. Have a nice day.